So to go ahead and get started on this card, I have my red card base, just a standard A2 size card that I cut down from the tube cardstock. I love the feel of this, the text weight of it. It's just an awesome cardstock from Whirlwind Paper, and that's also what we're going to use in our e-bosser as well. We're going to ink this folder up using the ink edgers. I have my stamp ready to go, and we're going to just kind of see how this card comes together. I'm going to use 2 of the Megan Elizabeth ink edgers, Check Me Out and Rainy Days In. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink on this side of my folder. And I'm just going to kind of make a mess with it, and then I can clean it off later. This is a super juicy pigment ink. And the pads are designed really to handle texture and not, you know, slice or cut or anything like that. So you can really see how much it's juicing on here. And this is the one I've used from the very, very beginning. I seriously use these things all the time. You guys see my videos. I've not opened new ones. Like, they just last and they're juicy. And I'm probably going to ruin this one because I'm going to blend the 2 colors together here. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Yeah, I got a little red on there, but we can clean it off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is close my folder. I'm going to grab my sandwiching tools. I don't need the B plate or the magnetic thing, so all I need is A, C, and D. I actually need to stick it in between here. Then grab my e-bosser, and we're just going to see what colors we're going to pull out of here. And just have, yeah, like awesome color in there and texture, like embossed right in. It's almost like it's, what's the word, like letter pressed with the ink. And we're not going to use this whole sheet, but you know, you can use it for a lot of different things, and you can just see how that ink just grabs in differently in different spots, and that gray and red just looks so cool together. And you could blend it a little bit more afterwards if you want it to go back over top. Like, I can take the gray here and just clean this off with a baby wipe. That's not a big deal. I can go back in with the gray here, and on top of that texture, blend in just a little bit more on those edges where that red and gray go. And, you know, it's going to bring in some of that red because I got red on the ink pad earlier. But that's okay. You know, let it bring out that extra bit of gray. All right, I'm going to set this aside, let that fully dry, because that is that pigment ink. Now, I have a piece of shrink film. I am a huge fan of shrink film. There's a rough frosted side on this one and then a completely smooth side. We're going to work on the rough frosted side. Well, and actually, we're going to set this all aside. We're going to cut out some shapes first. I'm going to use my nesting dies again. We're going to use the magnetic shim, A plate, B plate, C plate, you need them all. We're going to place this down, and I'm going to grab this, and this. I think we need all 3. Actually, let's see if I can get them a little bit closer to the top and conserve space. On there, I'm pretty sure that piece, yeah, okay, so we're going to use this frosted card making workshop kit from Close to My Heart. I'm using the stamps in it. I'm going to show you guys the kit a little bit later on. We're going to be doing some really fun cards with the Close to My Heart kits that are really easy and time saving, and a lot come in one thing, so it's a great value deal. All right, so we're going to start with the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas stamp. I'm going to place it on my block and ink it up with my 1 AM. It's another fun name for just a really awesome black ink. Now you're going to be really careful, and you want to make sure you stamp on the frosted side. Looks awesome. Set that aside. Now what I'm going to grab is my metal spatula and my heat gun, and I'm going to shrink this guy up. So you just grab your heat tool, and you're going to watch this just shrink right up. And the metal spatula just helps keep that heat even on there and flatten it out to smooth it. And you want to make sure you work on a heat resistant surface. You can also shrink these in your oven. That is also a complete possibility. An easy thing to do. And I just love how that frosted looks on there. Get a good look at that. Isn't that cool? I love the way shrink film works. And then it like looks really awesome too to do necklaces. You can do all kinds of jewelry and earrings, and you can alcohol ink them and regular ink them, and you know, there's just a lot of different options. And I think it's just gonna look really cool as an extra little accent on our card base once we get it all laid out. I'm gonna grab a star from the same stamp set. Again, day 10, we're going to be making some fun cards using the entire kit, and you guys can see a little bit more about that. And this one says peace and joy. That star looks amazing. I know it's really hard to see, but you'll see it. That star would be the coolest set of earrings, or not star, this snowflake would be the coolest set of earrings and a necklace. Coolest. This looks awesome on a scrapbook layout. You can just do so many different things with it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. See what we think, see what we want to use. We're going to do a little bit smaller than an A2 size card base. So I'm going to just start over here. I'm going to trim out the center because that's where the ink all is. And then we'll trim it down to size that we need. I'm just going to decide what we like and use what we like of it. Make sure you clean up after yourself with the rollers. I'm going to grab my corner chomper, do the 1/2 inch quarter round setting, and you know what, I'm actually just going to do it on the bottom. Put it on the bottom. What I really want it to do, so to give you guys the full idea here, what I was thinking of doing was having May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. And you know what, I am going to do that. But you know what I'm going to do? I am going to do it on the shrink film because it matches, but I'm going to leave it full size. And I'm going to do this in the center here. So we're going to cut this down to the size that we need. Let's see, what is the width of this? This is just under 3 inches. 2 3/4 inches maybe. So we're going to cut this down. So I'm going to grab my black ink again. 1 a.m. Now I really want to make sure this dries, and I'm not going to be able to heat set it because it'll shrink it. But you're going to really want to make sure it dries on there before you mess too much with it. You might even want to use a stays-on ink, but I think this is going to bring it all together really nicely. Oh, that looks so cool. So cool. Oops. Yeah. See, this is why I use a paper trimmer, because I can't cut a straight line. That just looks awesome over top of that, and it fits perfectly. I'm going to round those corners, but I'm going to use the 1/4 inch round. And I love using this on textured cardstock and all those different things. It just works so well. And I'm just going to use a little bit right along the back edge where the font is the thickest. And you can see it's very difficult to even see that adhesive through there. You can see it if you look really close, but it's not like a glaring you in the eye. I can see the adhesive, which is really cool. You know what? Because of doing this, I'm going to leave that go, and I'm going to just do those 2 on there because I think this one is just too much because of how big that one ended up being. But again, I'm just going to use, again, my Permatac squares from the Glue Glider Pro. It'll work fine. With the frosted, you're not going to really see it. Get just the right amount of adhesive on there. And now I'm gonna grab for my silver, chrome silver pearl pen. Let's just leave it sit there. So there are many more videos to come for the 12 days of Black Friday. Lots of fun Christmas cards, scrapbook layouts, home decor projects, as well as Christmas gifts, lots of business things. So really getting your awesome gifts ready to go. Supporting those moms that are out there that are just trying to earn a little bit of extra money for the holidays. That's what this is all about. And also getting ready to launch a very special event coming December 12th, 2013. I can't wait to see you guys there. Thanks for joining us today. Enjoy the moments, and there's lots more to come, so don't miss anything at AboveRubyStudio.com. Bye-bye.